What's up, YouTube? Welcome to episode 5 of the Q&A series here on the channel. The weekly series we do every Sunday, which today's Monday, whatever, where we take questions from all over social media, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube itself, your mom's DMs. Oh, got him. Oh yeah, that's right, a mom joke in 2017. We are nothing but innovative here on the channel. Anyways, let's get into this shit. First up, we have our very first Facebook question of all things, and it comes from Jeremy Swartz, and it says, do you have a favorite comic movie, and do I prefer Marvel or DC? I'm going to answer the second one first. I'm a DC fanboy through and through. Superman is my favorite superhero, which is kind of like, oh my god, Superman, who cares? But I prefer it, no matter how much hate the DC Extended Universe gets, the movie universe, I still prefer it over the Marvel. But I do love the Marvel movies and everything like that. As for favorite comic movie, as of right now, my favorite is probably Captain America Civil War. It's hard not to choose that one. That one's pretty fucking epic. It's hard for me not to choose Batman vs. Superman. I don't care how much hate that shit got. I don't care how much people, how much Rotten Tomatoes, low rating. I don't give a fuck about that stuff because I'm such a DC fanboy and Superman fanboy. And I actually hate Batman because of his popularity, but I loved Ben Affleck's take on Batman. The best Batman so far, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions. So, but if I had to choose one, it'd be Captain America Civil War. Next up is our Twitter questions. First one coming from Sir Derping Pace, and it reads, for the Q&A, you die and are reincarnated in the world of Fallout as one of two things, a ghoul or a super mutant. This one's kind of rough because either way you're kind of perceived as an enemy. Not all ghouls are feral in the game, but a lot of people shun ghouls, depending on where you're at in the game. That being said, I know ghouls live a long time. I know you meet some ghouls in game that are like a couple hundred years old or something, but I think all ghouls eventually turn feral, so they'll eventually like lose their fucking mind and start attacking on sight. Whereas super mutants are pretty self-aware, they can use weapons, wear clothing and armor, a lot bigger and stronger than humans. So I'd probably choose a super mutant in that, and if I had to choose between the two. Speaking of ghouls, I was asked if I would bang one. As long as it's got a pulse, I will put my meat inside. Next up is our YouTube questions. The first one's from GX Flipside, who's pretty much a regular here in the Q&A series. And he wants to know Ford, Chevy, or Dodge. I'm honestly not much of a car guy. I drive a Ford Mustang, like a 98 Mustang. And I don't really care. Like, if it's a vehicle and it drives and there's no problems with it, then I'm satisfied. Feral Z wants to know if I'm a dark elf lover and goes on to say a bunch of crazy shit. I don't know what he's saying. But as we've already covered, man, as long as it has a pulse, it doesn't even have to be technically alive, medically alive, I'll have sex with it. Dave Fuckface wants to know how much dick I had to suck to get 1.8k subs. I don't know if 1.8 subs is an impressive number to you. That's really not a whole lot. I can guarantee if I was blowing some guys for subscribers, it'd be for a hell of a lot more than I currently have. Another David has a question for me, and he wants to know who my favorite Star Wars character is. And this might trigger some people, but I don't really care for Star Wars. I have never sat through an entire Star Wars movie. They just don't grab my attention. I don't hate the series. It's not something I hate on. I might hate on it ironically just to piss people off, but I don't actually give a shit about the series like in a good or bad way. I want to sit down and watch them all once, sometime in the future. I would like to get into it. It looks interesting. I can't sit through them. And last up for the YouTube questions, Midnight Wolfie wants to know how our channel is doing so far. Currently you have, at the time of recording this, you have 60 subscribers, and your lowest viewed video is 28 views, which means, it doesn't mean that 28 of your subscribers watch the video, but that's half of your subscriber count in views on your lowest viewed video. That's very good. You know how many people with like 3 million subscribers would love to have 1.5 million views on at least all their videos? So like that's how you would really base your channel. Like likes and dislikes are important too, but views are the main thing too. And to have, your lowest viewed video be 28 views and your highest viewed be, over 100, which damn near double your subscriber count, that's very good. So your channel's doing good so far. You just need to be, the only thing is it's consistency, uploading daily if you can. And on to the Instagram questions. Nuka-Cola Victory wants to know why I follow him. And I hate to give like a boring answer, man, but there's really no reason. I mass follow a lot of like Bethesda, Fallout people, Fallout accounts and stuff like that. So that's really the only reason. Because hopefully they'll be interested in my channel because I do Fallout and Bethesda things. Mark wants to know if I know Al Chest Breach and when I'm going to give him that special treatment. I'm going to be completely honest, man. I don't know what you mean by the special treatment. I don't know if we joked about something at some point and I forgot about it. And Al Chest Breach, I know the name. Never checked his channel out. Never talked to him. I don't think I've ever even watched any of his videos. But I know who he is. Ben Lawson 926 wants to know if I want to kill myself and if me and him can be homeboys. Sure, man, we're best friends. Me and you best friends right now. Here on out, we'll go out and, watch a movie together, eat popcorn, all those things. But we're best friends. And as for wanting to kill myself, every fucking second, every waking second of my miserable existence, I want to die. Kiana the Synth, who's also regular here on the Q&A series, asked if any sequel to a game could be announced right now, what would you have it be? The first thing that comes to mind is 2 different Rockstar games. The first one would be Bully. Absolutely loved Bully. It deserves a sequel. It got a lot of hate when it first came out, but people thought that by the gameplay mechanics and by the title that you were just around being a bully. And obviously, like, bullying in school is a big thing. And if you actually pay attention to the game and play the story, you're actually you're a good guy, and you actually beat up more on the jocks and stuff like that, and the bad guys, and you kind of defend the nerds and stuff. As for the other Rockstar game, it'd be Manhunt. Manhunt was so fucking good, dude. The first one, I didn't play a whole lot of the second one. I played it, my friend had it, I didn't have it, but the first one was so fucking wicked, man. I don't care how gory and offensive it was. Those games were banned in countries, so it was cool to even own them back in the day, and I would love to see a third one. Casey Jones YT wants to know, if there was a real-life Fallout, how would I do in the apocalypse? There's multiple ways to go about this. First off, if we're talking just regular apocalypse, post-apocalyptic scenario, the world's mostly ended, I think I'd do alright. Stemming from video games I've played, movies I've watched, TV shows, Walking Dead's a good example, Fallout is good games. There's the zombie survival games. A lot of the stuff to teach you real-life things that would be useful. But now, if we're talking an actual Fallout scenario, with the fucking mutated animals and creatures and all that shit, and Deathclaw, yeah, I'd probably die pretty quick. I think a lot of people would die pretty quick. Jack's Film says dab. Dude, no way. There's 0 chance you're gonna catch my ass hitting a dab on the channel. Dab. I hate my existence. I wanna fucking die. DJ Creamstar says, where do you want the next Fallout game to take place? A lot of popular ones are like Los Angeles, of course, New York. A lot of people want to see like Tokyo or something, like a foreign country. The thing is, and I would love to see it, I'm not against a Fallout game taking place in Tokyo. The thing is, it's so grounded in like Americana and like things about America, like American locations and all that shit. It would be cool to see, a place across the planet, a different country, different continent. I'm all for that as well, but I'd like to see something like New York. We kind of got a touch of the bigger scale buildings, skyscrapers and stuff with Fallout 4, with Boston, but I'd love to see like a city just full of like really, really tall buildings that we can actually access and go up into. Maybe not go on every single floor because, half the building could be missing, but, a couple of stories or something a piece. It'd be pretty awesome. Gavfirk or something, I think it's how you say that, wants to know what my favorite Whit Lowry song is. It's probably always going to be Like I Do. That was the first song I ever heard from him.
Damn, I'm jealous creeping through your Instagram and find myself asking why the fuck that I still give a damn about you, about us.
There's a song that got introduced to me for him, and it introduced me to his channel and all of his music. And lyrically, it's a song that speaks to me the most, and I think that's why it's always going to be like my favorite song. And last up, we're going to end this on a sexy note. JoeyMonitor52 wants me to tell the story of me losing my virginity, and he believes it'll be quality content. I've actually done this story before during a stream. It was kind of funny. Everybody was laughing their ass off. Well, what it is me and an ex-girlfriend, we used to meet up downtown OKC. We lived kind of far from each other, so we used to meet up and hang out on the weekends or whatever. And we used to hang out outside a lot. We'd go to the movies and stuff. And we used to do things publicly out by the downtown OKC. There's a canal going through a lot of the city. We used to out behind some stuff by the canal. We used to hook up, and one day it just kind of happened. We had sex, and that's how I lost my virginity. It's not an exhilarating story, but it was pretty cool. And that'll actually end today's Q&A. If you'd like to be featured in next week we'll try to do it on Sunday, hopefully. I just uploaded a different video yesterday, that's why we're uploading this today. If you'd like to be featured in next week's Q&A, all you gotta do is leave a comment below, or hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. Later today, I'm actually gonna upload the second part to the Silent Hill playthrough. Upload 2 videos a day, which would be kind of rare for my channel. We usually only do 1 video a day. But I figured since they're smaller videos and they're quicker uploads, I'll throw one up later tonight at some point. If you like the video, guys, thumbs it up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Follow me on Twitter. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro later.